Hello lovely beaders. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've brought you another Christmas beading project, a beaded angel that you can use as a gift tag for your Christmas presents or as a decoration for your tree. It's simple and easy to make. It was made by rethinking two of my older designs. I will tell you more about the bead cap, headpin and cord end when I will use them. Start by making the body of the angel. The body is made like the ghost I showed you in the video number 35. String 6 pieces of the gold seed beads. Put a double knot to make a circle with the beads. Step out from the first bead after the knot. String 2 pieces of gold seed beads and go through again the first bead from the circle and the next bead from the circle. Repeat this step around. You will have 6 units of 2 pieces of gold beads. If it helps, you can count the units during the row. This row is the base for the circular herringbone stitch, so it needs to be made correct. This will be the 6th unit. You do not need to go through the next bead from the circle, just the 6th bead from the circle. You need to step up for the next row. Go through the 6th unit's first bead for the step up. I know it looks a little bit chaotic right now, but after this row everything will be in place. String 2 pieces of gold beads and go through the second bead from the first unit and the first bead from the second unit. Repeat the step around. Be aware that you need to string in total of 6 units around. It's starting to take shape, don't you think? When you string the 6th unit, you need to step up for the next row. Go through the 6th unit second bead and the 2 beads from the first unit for the step up. It is not chaotic anymore. It is like a snowflake or a star. Start a new herringbone row. String 2 pieces of gold beads on top of every unit. Don't forget that when you string the 6th unit, you need to step up for the next row. You will need 2 more rows like the last one. In total you need 5 herringbone rows with gold beads. I will sped up this part to not bore you. Don't forget that you can slow down the video if you want to see every repeated step. Just click on the cogwheel icon and select the speed you want. And here we are on the end of the 5th herringbone row made with gold seed beads. Start a new herringbone row, but now string 2 pieces of white beads on top of every unit. The gold part was the angel's body, and now we start to make the skirt part. So we will need to widen a little bit the beading to separate the body part from the skirt, not only with the colors, but in appearance and size too. I apologize if it bothers you that I put Christmas songs under the video. True, I turned them down quite a bit. But I still brought a Christmas-themed pattern. I thought the mood should also be added to it. Don't forget to step up for the next row. We start the widening part from the next row. String 2 pieces of white beads and go through the second bead from the unit. String 1 piece of gold bead and go through the first bead from the next unit. Repeat this step around. Since we have a moment, I'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider subscribing and giving it a thumbs up. I share all my knowledge here for free, but to keep creating valuable content, your support is essential. Every like, comment, and share helps the channel grow and reach more people. If you'd like to go a step further, you can buy me a coffee, or check out my tutorials and jewelry pieces. The links are in the description. Thank you so much for helping me keep this channel going. Never forget to step up for the next row. String 2 pieces of white beads and go through the second bead from the unit. Go through the gold bead strung in the last row and the first bead from the next unit. Repeat this step around. Recently, I have made several tutorial videos on request about jewelry that I made and you have seen on my page. Some people have contacted me on Facebook and some have written to me here with the request. If you find a piece of jewelry that I made and would like to know how it was made, write to me, and if I don't have a tutorial for it, I will try to remake it and record the process. Don't forget to step up for the next row. Repeat the last 2 rows again. In the first row, you string the white beads on top of the units and string gold beads between the units. In the second row, string white beads on top of the units and go through the gold beads strung between the units. I will sped up this 2 rows to not bore you. The next row will have the gold beads again. So you need to string the white beads on top of the units and string gold beads between the units. Don't forget to step up for the next row. This will be the last row. String one piece of white bead on top of every unit and go through the gold beads strung between the units. You can weave in the thread and you can cut it. Thread the tail, go through some beads and cut it. The body part of the angel is finished. Let's start making the wings. I made the wings using my tutorial for the grape pendant. I make 2 smaller leaflets and sewing them together, then sewing it to the body part. It is easy and fun. String 14 pieces of the gold seed beads. Double check your counting. Bring your beads down on your thread. Leave a tail in comfortable size for you and go through the beads again to form a circle with them. Go through the first bead too. String 2 pieces of gold seed beads and go through the second bead from your circle. Start peyoteing the side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. You need to string 3 pieces of seed beads for this side. String 2 pieces of gold seed beads and go through the next bead from your circle. Start peyoteing the other side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. You need to string 3 pieces of seed beads for this side too. Don't forget to step up for the next row. String 1 piece of gold bead on this tip of the wing. This bead will be the shared bead with the second wing. Make the side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. String 1 piece of white bead on this tip of the wing. Make the other side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. The first wing is finished. You can weave in the thread and you can cut it. Thread the tail, go through some beads and cut it. Start the second wing by stringing 14 pieces of the gold seed beads. Bring your beads down on your thread. Leave a tail in comfortable size for you and go through the beads again to form a circle with them. Go through the first bead too. String 2 pieces of gold seed beads and go through the second bead from your circle. Start peyoteing the side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. String 2 pieces of gold seed beads and go through the next bead from your circle. Start peyoteing the other side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. Don't forget to step up for the next row. Go through the gold bead from the other wing. This is the bead from the tip of the wing. We sew the 2 wings together with this bead, but we will use this bead to attach the wings to the body too. Start peyoteing the side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. String 1 piece of white bead on this tip of the wing. Start peyoteing the other side of the wing by stringing white seed beads. Thread the tail, go through some beads and cut it. The wings of the angel are finished. Now I show you how to attach the wings to the body part. You are exiting from the gold bead between the 2 wings. This is the shared bead. You need to find the first row made for the body. Not the starting circle but the first herringbone row. Go through a bead from this row and turn back in the second bead from that unit. Go through the shared bead from the wing. This is the first anchor for the wing. Now you need to find the third row of that same column. You made 5 rows with the gold beads, so the third row is the middle row. Go through the first bead from the unit and turn back in the second bead from that unit. And now go through the shared bead from the wing. This is the second anchor for the wing. And that's it. You made it. You attach the wing to the body. You can weave in the thread and you can cut it. Don't forget that you need at least 3 turnarounds with the thread before you can cut it. Let's assemble the angel. I use 40 mm long stainless steel flat head pin. String the 6 mm bead on the head pin. Go through the whole of the starting circle with the head pin. String the 8 mm bead in the bead cap on the head pin. My bead cap is a small flower bead cap that I bought 10 years ago. You can use something small, a bead cap that is good for the 8 mm bead or a bead spacer. Bend the head pin, then cut it to size. You should leave about ½ centimeter for the loop. Make the loop. You can just thread a cord through the loop and put a knot on it. But I like to make it a little bit nicer. I use a cord end instead of a knot. I show you how I use it. I take my cord, fold it in half and place it in the cord end. I have a small cord end. It's 3 by 6 millimeters. I place the ends of my cord in the cord end. I fold over the two sides of the cord end. And that's it. Much better than a simple knot. Open the loop and attach the cord. And that's the end of today's video. If you watched it and liked it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for spending time with me. See you next week.